Why do humans fear death?
Not everybody fears death, believe it or not. Partly, I think the reason why we fear death is because we've been conditioned to fear it, by religions, so that they can keep control of us. They say, if you don't do what we say you should do, when you die, things are going to get really bad. And so we do what they say. But if you think about it, every single night, practically speaking, you die. I mean, if death is losing consciousness, then that's what happens every single night. And if heaven and hell is like dreaming, we already know what it is. And the thing is that even when we're asleep, in deep, dreamless sleep, and with no sense of I and no consciousness, we still are as awareness. Meaning that if, for example, when you were asleep, somebody put your hand in a bucket of warm water, you'd pee yourself. But you'd never do that in waking state. So you're still aware. And when you die, if you've realized that awareness as being distinct from consciousness while you're alive, it automatically vanishes your fear. No belief required. Some people believe, I've worshipped Jesus all my life. When I die, he'll come and get me. Or they have other beliefs. But actually it's possible to know. Not know specifically what's going to happen, but know what it is that never changes. Know what it is that wasn't born. That's been there in every single moment of your life. What is that? And in distinguishing that, you'll find that automatically your fear of death, if you have one, will dissolve. Apart from the fear of death, there's also the fear of pain. We don't like pain. And some people can confuse the two. It's the fear of dying rather than the fear of death. But as we really hit that place of reality within us, all fear dissolves. And you don't have a big reason and a rationale. Somehow you just know what is real and what isn't. And life and death are events in what is real. And what is real is unborn and cannot die. You can see that. You can realize that while you're alive. So ignorance causes fear. Knowledge removes it. I nearly died. I went up the tunnel, and up ahead of me was this beautiful shining light calling me up, this kind of tube. First of all, this wind came inside me, and I tried to breathe to stop it, to control it, but it was no stopping it, and I realized I had to surrender to it, so I let go to it, and it took me whoosh straight out up into the tunnel, and there at the end of the tunnel was the light. Halfway up the tunnel, I kind of slowed down and I looked all around me, and I realized that it's exactly the same. That my birth, everything that happened in my life, the death process itself, and whatever else was to come when I hit the light, was all happening in the same domain of unchanging awareness. And at that point, my friend Odie, I was with when it happened, a Nigerian guy with dreadlocks, he put his head into the tube and swayed his dreadlocks around and said, "Tim, come back, we don't want you to go." And when I came back, I was lying in his arms. But what was astonishing was not so much the light, that was amazing, but the fact that nothing changes.